Welcome back to MJL 3764. This is part 2 of my FTD videos. We're up to the year 2001, so let's crack on. CD number 9 was 6363 Sunset. Looking like that. And this features tracks from 1972 and 1975, studio tracks with some rehearsals from 1972 as well. See, it looks like that. And the back cover looks like that. So you've got a 75 picture on the back and a 72 picture on the front. And that was the tracks. Again, for its time, a very, very good CD, I thought. CD number 10 was an Easter special, because I think this is a good selection of Elvis's gospel material. Only gripe I would have, it hasn't got my favourite, Where No One Stands Alone, an alternative take of that on here, but it's got Run On, So High, Somebody Bigger Than You and I, If That Isn't Love, and a great version of Saved. So yeah, I thought this was a good release. But apparently it's not been a big seller. And there's the back side. CD number 11 is Dixieland Rocks, and this is a couple of shows from the May 1975 tour. Not complete shows, just tracks culled from 2 nights, I believe. Looks like that. And the back side looks like that with the tracks. Some good tracks on here. Getting stuff which is not mega rare, but stuff like My Boy Live, TOOUBLE. Some good stuff on here. And not a bad sounding soundboard, that one. Release number 12 was a CD and book, the first of its kind for FTD. And this was called The Way It Was. As I said earlier, this was a little bit more expensive. They were venturing into books as well. As a first effort, it's not bad. I'll quickly show you. It's got some great information, but stuff like this really used to annoy me immensely. These are just stills from the film, very easily done, but look at all this space and the size of the pictures. No, I like all the information, that's great, but this to me is just 4 tiny pictures on a big paper. Is just a waste of space. It does get better as it goes on. You get bigger pictures, some in colour. Like I say, the information was great, which is what I used it for. Elvis in a red ladder suit. As I say, as it went on, it got better. Again, wasn't bad for its time, but we've got deluxe, real deluxe packaging now of That's the Way It Is. But for its day, it wasn't too bad. Some nice shots that you don't see too often, mixed in with some familiar shots, and the CD was there. Which was like a rehearsal CD. Ghost Riders in the Sky, etc. And some live stuff taped on the end. that's the way it is, so it's obviously great material. But a decent effort. Not bad. CD number 13. Now, so far the covers I think have all been excellent on the CDs. This one I think is absolutely atrocious. Whatever raised the rest of the group around Elvis, the Memphis Boys, and the actual colour of it, with this blue or whatever it's supposed to be, it's brown, it's a dismal cover I think. I just didn't like this at all. But the material on here is absolutely superb. The artwork, no, not for me. But as we all know, the 69 sessions, superb. Some great versions of songs on here. Fantastic to get at the time. Next one up was probably the sequel to Out in Hollywood, SSS. Silver screen stereo. Back to the great cover. Nice little touches. Original soundtrack recording. Yeah, superb. But this one, I believe it was this one. Yeah. This one had the CD on the other side, so it was a bit top heavy, this one. So I've got two copies of this, so I knew what was going to happen. As you can see the glue here, it come apart, so I just re-glued it on the other side. So you can actually see the picture now, and that's the other side. This looks like that. Track listing, have to turn it sideways. Good mixture on here. Goes all the way from Loving You all the way up to Trouble with Girls. So lots of great stuff from the movies. Loving You, Jailhouse Rock, GI Blues, Flaming Star, Wild in the Country, Blue Hawaii, Follow That Dream, Kid Galahad, Fun in Acapulco, Viva Las Vegas, Kissing Cousins, Double Trouble, Clam Bake and The Trouble with Girls. So tracks from those films. Great quality, great release. Thoroughly enjoyed that one. CD 15 is the last release from FTD in 2001. And it looks like that. And this features tracks in Vegas, August 1974. And it's a good selection of songs. This features a longer version of Early Morning Rain, which is nice to get. Picture of Elvis and Jackie Wilson. There's a tray. One of Elvis's heroes. Cover looks like that. It's got some great stuff on here. If you're talking your sleep, I'm leaving. Really good. Again, very good release. And into 2002. FTD CD 16. Fame and Fortune. Oh, great cover. Great early 60s stuff on this. There's a track listing. Of course, for its day, this was great, but we'll talk about these compilations when we get to the classic albums later on. Great picture of Elvis under the tray there. But fantastic. Great sound, I thought, for the time. Superb singing, excellent. Another great release. CD 17 is Spring Tours 77. Tracks like that. Just looks like that. And the soundboard from 77 may not be Elvis's greatest performances. I've got 2 copies of this, but they sound very good. And at the moment FTD are doing the last tours from 77, so they've made a couple already, so hopefully they make 5 discs or 5 volumes. So we'll have volume 1 is February, volume 2 is March, volume 3 April, volume 4 May, and hopefully FTD will give us volume 5, and let's all hope we eventually get the June 26th Indianapolis show. We've waited long enough for it. We all know it's Elvis's last show. It's a good show, and the show before, since Cincinnati, when it was issued on a bootleg. So most people have heard that show, and most people have heard the Indianapolis show on The Last Farewell or Adios on unofficial recordings. It's about time, I think, FTD issued that, and I think that would be a fitting end to the last tours if they did actually issue the Cincinnati gig and the Indianapolis gig, 25th and the 26th of June 77. They've got them both on soundboard, so I think that would be a fitting end. So let's keep our fingers crossed that they do actually issue that. CD 18 from 2002 is the Nashville Marathon. This was a great favourite amongst fans. Again, a lot of this material was out now, but at the time, superb release. This is probably one of my favourites for its time. We all know Elvis was top of his game around this time, 1970. So it looks like that. We've got 100 years from now on here as well, and some choice language which they've left in, which is pretty good. We like the sessions complete, waltz and all. Nashville Marathon. CD 19, Dinner at 8, Las Vegas, December 1975. Now I really like this engagement in Vegas. Obviously in August Elvis cancelled, but he sort of tried to make up for it in December. It was only a couple of weeks, it wasn't a whole month. But I thought the shows were very good. I thought the singing was wonderful, so I do like these shows. Tracks. CD looks like that. And the back side looks like that. Good stuff on there. Another very good release. We're doing very well at the moment. Continues with the last CD from 2002. CD 20, Elvis at the International. What can we say about these shows? Again, we've got them all together now in one box, but at the time, brilliant. Track listing. CD. And the back side. Another superb release from FTD. Until part 3, just remember, while there's music, life's no waste.